Viksit Bharat by transforming our education system to be more flexible and multidisciplinary. By promoting research, innovation and equitable access to quality education, National Education Policy aims to nurture responsible, skilled citizens who will drive India's growth and make the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 a reality. Today's workshop on role of National Education Policy 2020 in Swarna and Viksit Bharat at 2047 will definitely enhance our knowledge to face the real life challenges. Today, we have gathered here for a truly special occasion, the oak celebrations of the college at our beloved university JNTUK, a day dedicated for honoring our outstanding alumni, achievers and knowledge contributors whose journey inspire and motivate us to aim higher and dream bigger. Let me call upon our beloved principal, the pillar of support and guidance to all the actions, Professor N. Mohan Rao sir, to occupy his seat on the dais. We would like to call upon the Chairman of Jubilee Celebrations, Professor Uday Bhaskar sir, a great academician and dignified personality, onto the dais and grace the occasion. It's the time to invite the Organizing Secretary of Oak Jubilee Celebrations, Professor K. Padmaraju, a symbol of intellect who stands for perseverance and steadfastness, to occupy his seat on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now extend our heartfelt respect and warmest welcome. With folded hands and joyous hearts, we humbly invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor C.S.R.K. Prasad, to grace this occasion with his august presence on the dais. Let us welcome him with a big round of applause. Prayer is the key of morning and the bolt of the evening. Let us now begin this auspicious occasion by seeking the blessings of the Almighty. We request everyone to rise from your seats for the prayer.
स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम् महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदगप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदगप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम्
Auspicious beginnings. May the sacred light guide us from ignorance to knowledge. We request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward to the ceremonial lighting of the lamp.
आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपं ज्योति परब्रह्म दीपं सर्वतमोपहम् दीपेन साध्यते सर्वं सन्ध्यादीपं नमोऽस्तुते
Your respected principal, Professor N. Mohan Rao, a guiding light and a constant source of inspiration to deliver the welcome address. Sir, the stage is yours.
Every learning of the student, every course that he does can be deposited here, even the entire certificate subsequently, but every semester grades can be submitted here, and this becomes a building of the biodata of the student. A student who learns from the other sources, like from Soil Plus, also can be deposited. Whether the university is allowing it to creditize or not, it can still be existing here to showcase to the employer, to showcase to the higher education institution that I have done so and so beyond my career. So this is a dynamic, lifelong ID and a CV of the candidate. It will be continuously adding on new learning. And it is not just the academic courses, but also sports, cultural activities, we have music, dance, drama, anything and everything where we have put in a lot of effort, which is equivalent to 2 credits, 1 credit, 3 credits, all can be, your biodata can be shaped here. Internship scheme, we have an internship portal by AICT. There are 4 crore students who have joined, 80 lakh students have been given internship by 76,000 small and big companies. I think when we say these numbers to some of the foreign universities and faculty, they are amazed. They say that our entire student population is not as much as what you are saying, that so many people are given this, so many people are given that. I think we must be proud of whatever achievements have been made. Still, we have to do many more things, but we should be proud of what we have already done. As far as skill is concerned, Skill India Digital Hub is existing from the Ministry of Skill Ministry and Entrepreneurship. PM Usha and Vidya Lakshmi schemes are there for scholarship purposes, and there are many more initiatives. Next slide, please. As far as ranking is concerned, we are all aware for the last 10 years we have been ranking on 5 broad parameters: teaching learning resources, research, graduation outcomes, outreach and inclusivity, and public perception. There are 10 institutions of excellence to be identified, 7 of them in the public sector identified, some in the private sector. The public sector or government institutions have got 1,000 crore each for 5 years. They have got this funding. We have set up 3 centers of excellence in AI, in agriculture, which is so important for our country, in IIT Ropar. Along with that, there are many spokes. It is a hub. For healthcare, IIT Delhi and AIMS Delhi are taking care of this center of excellence in AI in healthcare. There are many spokes, many medical colleges and others who are associated with this. As far as the sustainable smart cities is concerned, this AI center is given to IIT Kanpur, led by top-class institutions, but there are lots of spokes who are associated, and we can drive down the content to the institutions even below the whoever are the formal spokes to other universities as we go by. Center of Excellence in Education is going to be announced in this year. It's already announced in the budget. Identification is a process which is ongoing. There are 2 very important missions. One of them is the one where we missed the bus earlier in the 1970s and 80s, that is semiconductor mission. Today we are trying to do not just designing, manufacturing. There are 3 companies which have been imported to Gujarat, one in Assam for assembly purposes. So we are going to have all our mobile phones, all our laptops, our TV sets, all gadgets will have our own chips in about next 5-10 years. Right now we are importing all of them. Quantum mission, the quantum computing, quantum is also a very important subject which we are starting right from day one. Artificial intelligence, we are also catching up. We can become the global epicenter of AI for the whole world. Next slide, please. Now, what needs to be done at state level or at the national level, at different institutions, different colleges and universities? We have a lot of autonomy, but we don't use. So please let UCEK right now, AICT, or subsequently the National Higher Education Regulatory Council may give model curriculum. But depending on the region, depending on our requirements, our local industry requirements, use flexibility and choice for students so that they become interactive. faculty induction, training and development is important. When they come into an institution, they don't know the culture of the institution. You must have maybe 3, 4 days or 5 days induction program for all fresh faculty so that they understand the vision, mission, goals, become one with the institution. And also we have done a student induction program through Universal Human Values program, which is significant for collaborative work, for understanding each other, for being happy in life. They must start respecting each other. That's a philosophy which our human values train. So both for faculty and students, this program of Universal Human Values is important. Everyone needs to adopt. Those who have not gone through it, please register yourself in the next program. Understand the nuances. Nothing is forced on you. You do your own introspection, reflection, and decide what you need to do yourself. And that is what is both autonomy and flexibility to be made use of. As far as examination assessment is concerned, moving away from our rote learning and only describe or derive, how we can create an outcome-based, not only curriculum but outcome-based examination is also an important thing which every university should adopt and do it. Industry-institute partnership. This is also very important. Invite industry, go to industry, send your students for internship, you send faculty also for internship, and then subsequently have friendship with industry, solve their problems, small, 1 or 2 of them, they get confidence. Instead of sending their requirements to IITs and only to foreign universities, they will start coming to even smaller colleges. I have got concrete examples of some of the institutions in very remote areas, small towns, who have created a benchmark for themselves. And I am always tempted to give this example of one of the textile engineering colleges in Italy. Many in India do not even know the name of this place, Italy. It is in the southern part of Maharashtra. There is a textile institute. Go to that institute and look at their laboratories and workshops. IIT Delhi has a textile department. What IIT Delhi does not have, everything else is existing in that. They get first machine produced any company in the world free of cost. How did they do it? It's a magic. They started innovating and sent feedback to that industry that this is what is missing in your machine, and it will improve productivity, it will improve efficiency, it will reduce the cost. And when 1 or 2 companies got convinced about the nature of innovation that they are doing and sending, every other industry has started giving first machine free of cost to this and not to IIT Delhi. So don't say that ours is a private college, ours is a remote area, ours is that. There are examples in India where people have done magic, so you must also be able to do it. Innovation and entrepreneurship in every institute is important. We started the Smart India Hackathon, which is a very important initiative for solving the problems of industries, and which has created a benchmark in solving the problems of government and startups and large and small industries. So this Smart India Hackathon itself is one of those items through which problem solving ability, critical thinking, analytical approach, everything is coming in. Every institution should become net zero. We are going to start sustainability rankings this year. So next year onwards, participate in sustainability ranking. Use of renewables, circular economy. As far as the content is concerned, it's not AI alone, but AR, VR, XR, metaverse, large language models, learning through mother tongue even in higher education. All of this is possible through the use of technology. Learning any language must be the choice of the student, no force. Multimodal education delivery, this is possible today through the use of technology. And finally, I appeal all institutions should come to NAAC basic accreditation immediately and aspire to become level 1, level 2, level 3 in graduate years. That's the maturity based level. And also participate in ranking. We have got competition there, but be collaborative as well. Next slide, please. This is what is Swarna Andhra and Viksit Bharat. India is gearing up for creating an innovative education ecosystem. I gave lots of examples. The time is short. There are many others, but I leave it to you to search through the websites of Ministry of Education, Ministry of Skill, Ministry of DST and all of that. and let us all make our India one of the best places and also make the world a better place to live. Thank you. Namaskar.
Now we'll have an interaction session with Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe. Audience are requested to pose valid questions to enhance their knowledge on national education policy with the expert.
Sir, we have a question from Professor Ram. Sir, regarding GDP, you said innovation, publication, and what about the commercialization? Not audible?
Not audible, sir.
Regarding GDP, you mentioned about the publications, innovation index, but what about the commercialization, patents? These are to be taken into account or not regarding GDP?
No, naturally, when you have done research and have your patents and you use the patents for commercialization, that is how finally our economy grows. Mere patent will not do any activity of economics. It's only when it is either converted into a startup and entrepreneurship journey by the person who has created a patent, or at least transfer the rights of the patents to a company, then only there will be business which will come in and which will grow our economy and GDP.
Okay, thank you.
We are a small scientist in CSIR. I am delighted to listen to your talk, especially when you are mentioning about the traditional knowledge of Indian knowledge, where we have our Indian universities, they are not adapting our government or education systems. So what is our recommendations, especially in terms of the medicine, Ayurveda and agriculture, organic farming, and some of the fields like earthquake prediction, for instance. So, and Sanskrit Panini grammar, for instance, the AI applications and all that very useful. That is what I had. So, how can we analyze this and recommend the universities to adopt these type of sciences in their curriculums and advance in the further development of the sciences and traditional sciences? What is your recommendation, sir?
But when I was chairman of the ICT, we started a course called Indian Knowledge System as a non-credit mandatory. But we found that there were no books available on this subject, and therefore we initiated writing of the book by one Dr. Mahadevan from IIM Bangalore, who has done a wonderful book. Please refer to this. It is a 20th All India published book on Indian knowledge systems, which has a broad view of all the subjects which you mentioned. But as far as the higher education sector is concerned, both UGC and AICT are revising their curricula, while revising rather than on a single subject of ITS. In every subject, when we teach a course on physics, suppose nuclear physics, we start with when did the atom was innovated, how did change happen, how did we come to know that that is a non-divisible to divisible and there are electrons, protons, neutrons. So we tell about the history of that. So why not start every book or every subject by stating what is the origin of it? And if you go back, in 90% of the cases the origin is Bharat. And if you say that, our confidence level will increase amongst our students. Same is the case with school curriculum. NCERT is also revising out of 1 to 12th standard, up to 8th standard books are all already revised and they are in the public domain. The books of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th are still under preparation. They take a year or so more. But all of that, what we said, IKS will start from the school education. And then in higher education, you will have in every subject what was there in the ancient, Vedic period to the recent period, and how it is connected with today's requirements, knowledge system, and how do we promote in terms of research and take it forward. All of this is integrated. We cannot only be basking in the past glory that we have done this, that. Today, where are we is also very important. Are we doing current research which is useful to humanity? And we must do that. And if we are not doing, we must tighten our belt and start doing.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for a very wonderful message and throwing light on how the academics developed in India from ancient Tachila University to the latest NEAC. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee and the university, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your visual presence and enlightening on higher education, its policies, implementations, research developmental programs, Viksit Bharat expectations and promotions. Thank you very much.